What God is going to do when you walk away, He's going to begin to convict that individual when you walk away now. He's going to begin to convict that person. But once you arguing and going back and forth with that person, God can't convict now because you done got in the way now. And because you done got in the way, you done created a mess now. And at your best, you can only make a mess. So anytime conflict come up, one of the things you got to do, you got to behave yourself wisely. Shut your mouth. Stand still. And as you shut your mouth and stand still when conflict comes up, God is going to begin to tear the conflict down now. God is going to begin to deal with the individual who's initiating all the contact now because you shut your mouth and you stood still. Keep going.
Wherefore, when Saul saw that he behaved himself very wisely, he was afraid of him.
And see, when you got somebody bringing conflict in your life, in situations and things like that, when they see that you behave yourself wisely, they're going to become afraid of you now. Because they wonder, what's making this person tick now? He behaved himself wisely. He ain't arguing, she ain't arguing back at me. She ain't falling apart. I said some things to tear her down. She's still standing. She ain't falling apart. She ain't quitting. Her countenance ain't changed. When she want to give up, it look like she want to cry. I don't see none of that. She behaving herself wisely. And because she behaving herself wisely, the person who bringing conflict is going to begin to fear you now. They're going to begin to fear you now. All because you behaving yourself wisely. See, a lot of people don't know how to behave themselves during the time of conflict. They will argue back at you. They will get the last word in. They will keep arguing. They will fall apart. They'll start crying, lashing out. But you got to behave wisely when conflict comes. Because as you behave wisely, when somebody's bringing conflict in your life, what's going to happen? Whoever bringing a conflict now, they are going to begin to fear you now. Because you ain't falling apart. You ain't giving up. You ain't falling apart. You ain't cracking. You ain't cracking under pressure. You standing strong under conflict. You using wisdom. Keep going.
But all Israel and Judah loved David because he went out and came in before them.
Keep going.
And Saul said to David, Behold, my elder daughter Merab, her will I give thee to wife. Only be thou valiant for me, and fight the Lord's battles. For Saul said, Let not mine hand be upon him, but let the hand of the Philistines be upon him. And David said unto Saul, Who am I, and what is my life or my father's family in Israel, that I should be son-in-law to the king? But it came to pass at that time when Merab Saul's daughter should
See, you know, let me tell you something. Even under conflict, even though Saul was bringing conflict to him, David still had an honor for Saul. He still had an honor. The honor was, he said, Who am I that I should be with the king's daughter? He still had honor. You know, and when people are bringing conflict in your life and things like that, you still have to have the presence of mind to still honor God's anointing. See, that's when you get blessed there. Because it ain't easy to honor God's anointing under conflict and things. You have to have a real strong spiritual foundation not to put your mouth on them and talk about them and tear them down in their face or behind their back. But see, they're the folks that get blessed there. Still had honor for God's anointing. He didn't put his mouth on it. He still had honor. See, you got to hold on to honor when it comes down to God's anointing. Even if they bring conflict to you. See, God will take care of that. You just hold your honor. You just hold honor. When you hold that honor, what God put in your hands, what's going to happen is God is going to bless you. Keep going.
But it came to pass at the time when Merab Saul's daughter should have been given to David, that she was given unto Adriel the Mehoahite to wife. And Michal, Saul's daughter, loved David, and they told Saul, and the thing pleased him. And Saul said, I will give him her, that she may be a snare to him, and that the hand of the Philistines may be against him.
See, somebody that operates in conflict, they got a many